All right, hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue on with the Defember prompt list. I do apologize, something happened to my audio, so I am doing a voiceover right now, but we're going to be doing day 11, which is least favorite ephemera and bookbinders art. So these kind of basically go together for me because the way that I interpreted it was that my least favorite thing to do for ephemera is slow stitching. So slow stitching also goes really well with bookbinders art. So that's basically what I'm gonna do. I'm using a couple of tags that were given to me by my swap partner, Leslie. And here I'm just marking off every 1/4 of an inch to lay myself out a grid so that my stitching doesn't get too cattywampus. So kind of what I'm going for here is like the Coptic stitching style, and I don't exactly get that. Really what I should have done is added more straight stitch lines in between the other straight stitch lines, so between the crosses. But anyway, I didn't think about that until after the fact. I might go back in and draw those in later, but I really struggled with this prompt. I mean, it's interesting to put the thought in your head that you need to be working on your least favorite thing and trying to make that something worthwhile. I do not think that I succeeded in that. I may, like I said, though, go back to this and work on it a little bit more once I've had some more time to wrap my head around it, because right now it's just kind of a mess. So once I have all the marks where I want them, I'm just going to use a needle and place the tag on top of a bit of fabric so that I can poke the holes where I want them. That way I can see them from the front and the back and be able to put the stitches where I want them. So once I have those holes in, I decided I wanted to add a little bit of texture to the back of the tag. I'm just using this stamp from, I believe I got it off of Amazon. If I can find the link, I will link it down below for you guys. But just add a little bit of interest to the background of this tag. And I just use my archival ink for that. But then I'm going to start getting ready to actually sew on this tag. And I decided to go with 2 colors. I don't know why I decided on 2 colors for some reason, because it comes across looking a little strange at the end. But I'm using primarily this red thread, and I'm just going to go in and, like I said, do that kind of faux Coptic look for the stitching, but only every other line. So then I'll use the tan to come in and do the remaining stitches. Once that's done, I kind of noticed that I was losing the tan thread. So I attempt to fix that by putting white gesso next to the stitches to try and make it stand out more. And I don't feel like that really worked. The red definitely stands out more, but I feel like we're still losing that tan. So I wasn't exactly happy with that, but it is what it is. I'm also going to add a couple of white splatters to the other tag. And that tag I'm actually going to be using kind of as a tuck spot. So not too much is going to go on with that. But once that's done, I'm going to give it a little bit of time to dry, and then we'll move on to the next steps. So really quickly off screen, I went ahead and sewed around both of these tags with my sewing machine. And like I said, I wasn't happy with how that tan thread was looking, so I'm actually just using an acrylic marker to kind of cover that up and make it a little more stand out. I'm also going to use that same acrylic marker to go around the edges of everything just to darken it up. Normally I'd ink the edges, but I am out of my black ink, so this is just another easy way to get that done. I decided I wanted to add a little bit of a book plate just to tie in with the bookbinders art kind of thing. And really all that's left to do is to stick this in and, you know, find a place for it in the journal and try and be happy about it. I really found this one a challenge, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to, considering you're going to have to work with your least favorite ephemera. But I think I'm going to have to revisit this one because it seems a little too simple for me, a little too basic, and I just feel like more is needed. So I'll definitely try and revisit this. When I do my full journal flip through, I will have gone through and made sure I'm perfectly happy with everything that's going on. I will not get rid of this by any means because it is important to remember that, it's okay to not be perfect. Not everything always turns out exactly how you're thinking or exactly the way you want it to. And that should be perfectly okay. But yeah, so I find a page in the book. I go ahead and glue that down. I did use my 3-in-1 for the book plate just because it has a little bit of a stronger, faster hold on it. And then I went ahead and just tucked the tag into the text spot. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I know this one was really fast and very, very simple, but sometimes that's just what you got. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. I will be looking forward to seeing what other people do with this prompt because there is some really cool things I can think of with bookbinders art that I'm just not capable of doing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit easier, but that is half the fun of doing these challenges, is having a little bit of struggle. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye.